The green overall surplus we would achieve if we produced XB is equal to areas A and D. On the market production, consumers pay the price PM and therefore get consumer surplus of A plus B plus C by consuming the quantity XM. Firms get surplus of D plus E plus F by selling at the market price PM, the market quantity XM. But by selling the quantity XB through XM, the market is producing where social marginal cost is higher than the marginal benefit as incorporated in the demand curve. Thus, a negative surplus of G is produced. This can be seen to emerge in the following way. In addition to the private costs that the producers take into account along their supply curve, they are imposing the difference between the social marginal cost curve and the supply curve for each of the units of production that occurs. Thus, by producing XM, the total cost of pollution that is imposed is the sum of the areas B, C, E, F, and G. So we have consumer surplus of A plus B plus C, producer surplus of D plus E plus F, and a social cost from pollution of B plus C plus E plus F plus G. If you subtract that social cost of pollution from the sum of the consumer and producer surpluses, you end up getting an overall surplus of A plus D minus G. In the presence of a negative production externality, such as pollution, a deadweight loss therefore emerges on the market production because the market produces too much relative to the socially optimal quantity of production. And this happens because, unless there's some policy that makes producers take into account the marginal social costs they're imposing on others, firms are only taking into account their private costs.